reincarnation is the belief in the continuation of life. And it's a very ancient idea. It's been around for probably as long as people have been on this planet. But yet, according to one specific study, only about 25 to 44% of people actually do believe in the possibility of reincarnation. However, and it does vary from country to country, depending on the belief system of that country and the people that live there. But also, it is a very central tenet or idea and foundation of many of the Eastern philosophies, religions, and faith. This idea of reincarnation is totally counterculture to a very popular phrase and slogan or anagram within the younger generation of today. They have this word YOLO, YOLO, which is an acronym for you only live once. Now, reincarnation would say that, no, that's not the case at all. Actually, you live over and over and over and over again, at least in a body, until you break out of the reincarnation cycle of birth, death, and rebirth, and unite yourself once again to the source of all things, whether you call that universal consciousness, God, spirit, great spirit, Buddha nature, or pure mind, or clear light mind, or whatever that term is to you. But what is interesting is that, I said 25 to about 44% believe in it. But if the rest of the people, they believe in something different. They believe that we're born, and then we are on this journey to death. And there is a large percentage of people that say after death, that's it. It's like our light goes out. And if that's the case, we're just this little blip, an infinite little speck of dust on this span of time, if you will. If we're blessed to live, 80 years, that little 80 years in the continuation of time is irrelevant. Others say that we are born, and then life goes on continually through an afterlife where we live on eternity after death. But I find that is a little bit of science says that that's not really the case. Now, I try to back up spiritual topics with a little bit of the science behind it. And science actually says that we are something known as energy. Albert Einstein said all life is a vibration, but he also said through E equals MC squared that all matter, including our bodies, the stuff in this earth, is not true reality. The true reality is that all matter is energy. And the number one law of science is that energy cannot be created, cannot be destroyed. All it could simply do is transition from one state to another. And then, therefore, science would say that those of us that are in body right now had to transition from somewhere prior to our birth because that energy couldn't have been created at birth. And it says when the body gets old and worn out, that we don't die, we don't end. The energy would just transition somewhere else, according to that law of energetics. So, according to science, maybe they could confirm in some ways this idea of reincarnation, that there was something before we incarnated, and then we transitioned back to that something after death, and maybe that comes back again and again and again. But what is your